Good day, world. Hello, I hope everybody's having a great day. For those who don't know me, first time here, welcome. My name is Mr. Button Masher. And as we are literally days away from the new season, I just want to step in and give y'all a heads up on things you should be doing to get your mastery up. Currently, my mastery is the top in my guild at where we are currently at. My guild is Loruna, so just give y'all a heads up if you want to see what it is. There's our number. This is my ID number if you want to add it. Add me as a friend because we are bringing great things to the new future when it comes to this game. That being said, let's get to the bottom line, the mastery. Currently, as I stated, I am number one in my guild with a mastery of 21774. If you want to do the goose, it's 2.178. That's pretty high compared to a lot of other people. I have seen higher. Even today, I've seen someone that was sitting at 2194. So they are the 219. Yeah, let's go with 2194. But that being said, they are up there, and you can be up there too. And I'm just going to give a quick rundown on how I got there and what you can do, especially coming the new season, to get up there as well. So, we're going to break it down to five categories, just like they have it on your pie right here. Your pie should be looking as green as this at the end of the season. Okay, your pie should definitely be up here. No spaces in between. Everything is all green. Now, how do you want to do those things? Well, they basically tell you in right here on things that you should be doing to get yours up. As you can see, all my collectibles and things like that is met because I've meet the requirements. But let's start with the first thing, the weapons. Your weapons should be always up to date in regard with the highest level that it can be upon breakthrough. So that means that you want to save your money because it is pretty expensive to upgrade these weapons. So that should be your first thing when it comes to upgrading. Once it's about time to upgrade, make sure that you have the money on hand. This way you're not trying to catch up. So do what you need to do to get your money up and be ahead of the game instead of behind it. So make sure that both of your major weapons are at the max range at what they should be. As I stated, get your money up. When it also comes to weapons, you also want to make sure that this right here, this category is at max. As you can see, mine's all are reached peak of season and reach. That means, well, nothing here. Well, that means I max them all out. Once again, you want to be farming and you want to get your money up because these are also expensive. So if anything, you want to learn good farm routes to get the sheep, to get the deer. Uh, Majority, I mean, I believe that they will probably make new things come in the new season, but if you're not there right now, that is where you want to be. Make sure you are doing things to upgrade your slots right here. As well as another tip, if you are running low on oscillating jades, I think that's what it's called. The stone to upgrade those as well because those cost. A good thing to have, come here. You're going to go to exploration, your exploration skill. A good skill to have is this right here. What this is a treasure seeker, as you see the name of it. But what it does is on your mini map, it will show you where a chest is. And every time you pick up that chest, if there's a mini map in the vicinity of that area, it will also show you where the next chest is. And in those chests, majority of the time, they do have the oscillating jade as well. So you definitely want to be doing hunts to get all the chests that you can, because that is another way that you can get your oscillating jade to upgrade those. Another way that you can get those jade as well is the season shop. Sorry, I was distracted. I gotta get into this. I need to get PvP in. Man. That being said, the season shop, as you can see right there, the Oscar Lane J is what I'm talking about. But you can get it here as well. But as you know, if you do not know, they do run out. As you can see, I bought all of mine. So that being said, another way to find these are through the chest, as well as doing sword trials. They're also in some of those as well. So that is another thing. 6 days, 21 hours. All right, I got 6 days to get it. That being said, that is another thing that you want to do. Make sure you get your Oscar Leading Jade. Make sure you are getting your, um, as I stated, your farming method to get those up. Next step, after we done the abilities, we're gonna go to the inner ways. Okay, as you can see, my current build. This is my build for when I'm doing bounties. As you can see, I'm a bounty hunter. I advise you do not cross my path because I do my bounties. And I probably caught you once or twice before for slacking. So be on the lookout. Or you probably beat me as well. Can't say I won them all. But it's always a fun to go after the bounties. That being said, as you can see, my inner ways are up. As a healer, me personally, I don't believe that NetEase likes healers because one, we only have one healer build. Okay, that's the first thing. Everybody, all the DPSs are getting brand new shiny toys, and the healers are just staying with one particular build. And I think that's very unfair because after a while it gets boring. Okay, it gets real boring. I would love to see another healer build. But that also being said is being that I just started PvP. So that's why I'm so interested right now because there's a particular mask that I want to get out of there. But I just started PvPing. And as you can see, look how many inner ways I have to work with. And because they nerfed healers in the PvP so hard. So that's why there aren't hardly any healers when it comes to PvPing. So look and see what I have to work with, because regular people are just working on four, maybe five inner ways. I have to work on practically seven, possibly eight, because here as well. Another inner way I had to work on just to get to tier 3 to get the bonus. And that being said, this is a good bonus to have, especially when you need to get gear. As you can see, after a successful ambush, there's a high chance to obtain lost loot from the target. So when you are trying to get those gold pieces, it's always good to farm the NPCs and you have this on for executions. Okay, so that's another tip that you want to pay attention to. You want to at least get this to tier 3. After that, it's pretty useless to me in regards to what I do because, as I stated, I'm a healer. That being said, though, as you can see, my inner ways, back to the point at hand, I would have my top four inner ways in probably tier 6 by now if I didn't have to go through so many inner ways and try things of that nature just to start doing PvP. As you see, I have to run my inner ways kind of thin compared to the regular person who has four or five. I have to run like six or seven or eight to win some games, which is very annoying. So, if I could tell anything to the devs, listen, can we get something like a stun? Can the healers get a stun? Can the healers get a great combo? Because we don't get any of that. Okay? And it's very hard. That's why there are so little healers in PvP. So if you're going to allow us to be in PvP, give us something to work with. Okay, I'd highly appreciate that. That being said, these are the inner ways I am working with right now. When it comes to healer, I recently um, dropped one of my healer inner ways because I was running super thin, and I needed to make room for one of these inner ways that I'm going to be doing PvP. So I do not know which one I'm going to be hands down with yet. That's why I have three to work with and figure out, well, two to work with. This is a must for PvP. The Furry Harvest, that is a must. Now, it's either Bitter Seasons or Divine Roulette that I'm also working with and trying to figure out what works well with me. But that being said, I use my sword more for my bounties when I'm doing a bounty hunter. But uh, back to the point at hand. Enough about me. Getting your inner ways up. That is the point here. You want to do everything that you can do to get your inner ways. Obviously, they have the season shop, but if you don't know, definitely do the events. All the events give off some sort of inner way. It's at the Swallows Bond. But always pay attention to the events that come out because they will be giving away inner ways as well. So please do pay attention to those. Look for the NPCs with the chests that play chess. Look for the NPC food vendors. You must find all of them and collect all the inner ways. Other than that, there are a couple other spots if you're really looking for things for inner ways. Um, I would advise you to look up it up on YouTube for all the other different locations. I'm not going to go over all the other different locations, but there are a couple of spots in Kaifeng as well as Guizhong to look for the inner ways. That being said, your inner ways is very important. I'm in 3 gold inner ways, as you can see. That's why my thing is so high because I have worked in 3 different golds for the inner ways, as usually most people are if you know what you're doing. Now, the mystic skills. You need to have a full stack, okay? 800 per stack, 1600 leaving here when it's full. You need to have these full for the full boost to get your max up. So, that being said, you want to be doing your farming. You definitely want to be doing farming because you're not just going to get them to a high tier just by waiting for the seasonal shop. So there are plenty of farming channels out there, methods, but those are the things that you want to do is farm. As you can see, if I go to my map, I automatically have the ones that I go for most and need most marked out. As you can see, I need to do my farming today, but those are what you would do. Another part, uh, let's go here. These need to be maxed out as well. As you can see, reach version peak for this season, and that is on all of them. Where you would get those things to max those out, well, lucky for you, is right in the same areas that I farm in. So this area, this area, I believe this area maybe, but I do know for sure this little area all here. That's why I am maxed out. So get those maxed out as well. Very important. Your arsenal. They basically made it a way for you to catch up. So my arsenal could be better if I was going back and buying pieces to make it go higher. So that's why a lot of people's arsenals are, I mean, that's why a lot of people's gear is at a 21.9 or something like that, because they're probably using or already had, they're at the highest level. As you can see, I was always at the low level. If I went to the high level and maxed all those out, then my arsenal would be much more. Um, so that being said, this is if this was maxed out in all categories, I'd be at a 21.9 too. But when I first started the game, I didn't know what I was doing. So it took me a while. Next point that a lot of people don't make. I would definitely tell you and suggest that you do and join a guild. A guild is very important because instead of going with pickup groups to try to do your wandering path when it comes to these challenges and heroes realms and things of that nature. Do it with a guild that know what they're doing, are coordinated, and are not taking forever. Me and my guild, we are in and out within the minutes because our guild leader knows what they're doing, and hey, we get the job done. So that would save you a lot of time and frustration, and you're going to get the best, the most pieces when it comes to inner ways, chest, and things like that. The next thing, the gear. Okay, this is all gear that I'm running currently. As you can see, I am maxed out on everything and it's gold all around. What you want to do is make sure that you have your recommended the best way you can. Now, I'll give you a little tip because once I learned this is what I started doing, as you can see, to get the most out of my recommended slots. I didn't know it here, and I definitely didn't know it here. But when I figured it out, that's when I started doing it, and that's when I started getting more recommended things. So, what I do, um, and being that I tried to make this video before, I don't have a piece right now, but I did it on the last video, and I'll insert it right here on the new video showing you how I get my recommended slots. So what I do is, let's say we want to tune something. This is what I would do. As you can see, look at that. I got these two pieces. So let's see if I could waste one just because. All right, first thing I would do, get a recommended. Make sure that you're getting a piece that says recommended. Second, get a gold. Make sure you got a piece that has gold, making sure that's guaranteed. The third and final part, you want to fill up the slot with these. So I'm going to fill up the slots with that, and then I'm going to press tune. Up, it didn't give it to me. That is usually, though, how I do my gold. Let's see if I could get it on another try, because they just gave me one back. Uh, let's try it again. See, through this whole thing, I did so many sets. Rain Whisperer, I'm on Hawkins right now. Let's do this one. Try it again, and then fill it up. Up, they're not showing me love today. But as I stated, that is still the method that I use. I will always use that method because, as you can see the proof in the pudding, that's when they gave me majority of those things. Um, Let me see if we could try one more time. Not that one. And it doesn't matter me using these. Why? Because it's 71 and I already have all my 71 already. Let's try to fill this up more. That's how I usually get my recommended. I wish it didn't take so long to get to that one, but I think it has to do with the armor because I use a Mac. I'll look back at it, but that is how I do my recommended. Okay. Um, that being said, you want to try the best way to get your recommended. The next and I would say final thing, get your inner ways up. That is very important. Get with a guild that knows what they're doing. Um, the story. Make sure you are finishing the story and you are at where you need to be when it comes to your skill points and your talent points. My talent is all the way done. Make sure you're doing your oddities. Always do those as well. Um, those are very important. Okay, they give you bigger stats, defense, healing, and things like that. You need those. Those add to the martial art mastery. So you need to be doing your oddity searches as well. That all being said, let's just do a quick recap on everything that we went over for the last time. And we're going to keep it here. Your mystic skills, make sure you're farming for those. When it comes to the gear, try to get your recommended as well as you can. And make sure you're saving your money because you're going to need those to advance up your gear, your character, your story. Make sure you get the stories done. Make sure you got a talent point. Your martial arts. It's going to cost you to get those martial arts, so get those money saved and your inner ways. Make sure that you're doing everything and anything to get your inner ways up. Another thing that you should be doing, which I need to finish up in the next 2 days, is your um, path guides. As you can see, I am 8 away from 80, 18 away from 90 to get these last two. So I gotta figure out a way to get these because as you can see, I do those too. So other than that, that is it. Stay with this channel. I would hope that you do because I have some exciting new things that I'm going to be bringing that's in the world of Where Winds Meet that a lot of people are not doing. Just something different from a different standpoint and eye view in the game. And it's going to be very exciting. As you can see, this is my main character. I got other looks as well. Just give you a little quick preview of some of my looks. Because what I do like in this game are the looks. Right now, I am rocking a werewolf look. Let's see. Let's go to here. This is my Buddha monk look, my bounty hunter look, my sorcerer look, my werewolf look, my samurai look, and my zombie look. So I got 6 particular looks that I rock in this game at all times, which are all dope. Like I said, so I'm very big on styles and things like that. And like I said, I'm going to be bringing some things to the game that's totally different from what everybody else is wearing and doing. Uh, so these are my face presets. So yeah, I got some things going on. But that being said, it's been a pleasure going over this information with y'all. I hope that we can build a bright future together. Y'all stay with me. I will definitely be uploading more than I should have been in the past, but as you can see, I definitely have invested some time in this game. That being said, say goodnight, Sheba, and please don't get caught on the bounty hunter list because we do come for our bounties and we will come after you and we will get you, dead or alive. I hope y'all have a great day and happy trails, young wanderer. We're gonna pick our recommended. Uh, I wanted to fill it up. That's so much energy, so much that they're putting in there. And like I said, I usually put one of these in. Mm, Let's try it out. See if it adds up. Oh, there you go. That's what I do. Okay.